Yang Berbahagia Profesor Dato' IR Dr. Wahid bin Omar, Vice Chancellor of UTM, Yang Berbahagia Dato' IR Lord Ken Kok, UTM Board of Directors, Yang Berbahagia Profesor Dato' Dr. Ahmad Fauzi bin Ismail, Deputy VC Research and Innovation of UTM, Yang Berbahagia Profesor Dato' IR Dr. Muhammad Rafiq bin Dato' Abdul Ghadir, Dean of Faculty of Engineering UTM, the deputy deans, the deans, senior officers and management team, industry representatives, ladies, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm very glad to be here, to be the guest for this Engineering Industry Innovation Day, which is the first time organized by UTM, and this is a great effort. Shall we give them another round of applause? Why do I think that it is great? It is because I think UTM captured the importance of collaboration with the industry. Academy collaborating with industry. I still remember when I was first appointed as the Minister of Energy, Science, Technology, Environment and Climate Change. I have 3 sectors, but on science and technology, I keep asking myself, so what do we do in science and technology, and what will be the purpose of being a Minister of Science and Tech? There can be many things that we do, but I decided I do only this thing, is that what is the use of science and technology? Science and technology is to enable us to create a better economy for the country. And that will be the purpose of science and technology in the ministry, better economy, better social well-being. That is changing life. But how do I do that? So we have a mission in the ministry of creating wealth through science and technology. That is why 2 things are important for us. One is the commercialization of technology. Second is the application of better technology into the current process so the industry gets more productive in it. So because of that, I looked into what have we been doing all these years. I think the reason why when my assistant actually gave the invitation to me, and you know, as a minister, I have an office in Putrajaya and I have so many meetings. But when I saw the invitation is for industry and university collaboration, I said, I want to come. And I want to come to support this collaboration. And I know that this will not be the first and the only time. This will be the first of many, many, many to come. And I believe the 10 MOUs that is signed today will not be limited to that. And I really think that this is a new milestone and a new beginning for UTM. And as a minister, I really want to support this collaboration. Let me just give you a statistics. We have, in the past, investing in R&D, the country invests in R&D 1.4% of our GDP. Compared to other countries, we are in the middle. But the question is, where do we allocate the fund? A lot of people say, hey, let's allocate more fund into R&D, then we will flourish in our economy. Actually, that is not entirely true. The thing about this is that before we ask for more of the funding, let's just look at where we put the fundings. Then we look into stats and we found out that in 2017, only 8.6% of our R&D fundings is actually in the industrial research. That means there is an immediate or medium impact to the current economy and the industry. All the others are in the fundamental research and applied research that has no link with the industry. That means we spend only 8.6% of our total R&D funds into something that will have an impact in the economy of Malaysia in the near and in the immediate and the medium term. Let's compare to other countries. If we look into just across the causeway, in Singapore, 50% of Singapore R&D funds is allocated into industrial research. Just look further away into South Korea. South Korea spends 78% of their R&D funds into industrial research. That is why in this year, 2019, mestecc being the, has decided that on a policy level, the new R&D funds that we give, 50% of our R&D funds will go into research that has collaboration with the industry. And this one, you can actually get more information. This is to promote among the academicians of the R&D funds that's available. We have this mestecc R&D funds available for you. And then you can go online and edana.mestecc.gov.my. This is to 3 priority areas: green growth for sustainable development, medical and healthcare, and water, food and energy nexus. Eligible application is proposed projects must be at least at the proof of concept level, and the quantum is up to 3 million ringgit and is for a duration of 24 months. This one, the eligibility is that you must be collaborating. So SMEs can apply if you are collaborating with academics or government research institutes or government science and tech innovation organization, so that we can actually facilitate the R&D and facilitate industry together with university to catalyze the economy. Let me also put it this way, that let's think about, we have also another problem. So I think gearing towards 2020, although it is still embargoed, the amount that the MOF will allocate to R&D, let me just say that the direction will be more gearing towards industrial research, more gearing towards how can I solve this problem, more gearing towards how can I make this current process more productive, how can I make this current process save more money, how can I make this more efficient. So this will be the focus and more gearing, and we are moving into that direction. And the government is having a few policies that will be announced by respective ministers on strategical allocation of R&D fundings gearing towards that strategic economy areas in Malaysia. There is another problem, there is another thing that we want to encourage is this. Do you know that in Malaysia, we actually rely a lot of R&D fundings from the government? I give you an example. In Malaysia, the ratio of private versus government fundings in R&D is 0.84. That means every $1 or every ringgit government put in, the industry put in 0.84 cents. Let's look at Korea. Korea, every 1 ringgit, or every one, I don't know what's that currency, every, one, okay, one, the industry spent 3.86 of it. That means every 1 ringgit or every $1 the industry invests 3.86 ringgit or dollars. And closer to home, let's just say, okay, this is a developed country, let's not look at South Korea. Closer to home, our neighbor Thailand. Thailand spent every 1 Thai baht that government spent, the private industry spent 1.2 baht. That means Malaysia has a gap in private investment. That we cannot only blame the private for not doing that. There are a lot of government policies that I think we are reviewing to facilitate and to incentivize the private to invest in R&D. There is 2 things that we would like to, some of you are the privates and industry players here. I would like to encourage you to look into R&D. I remember I talked to one of, I think the company is also here. I talked to Tan Sri Lim Wei Chai when I was visiting Top Glove. He said this, that really inspired me. As a local company, I thought, local company don't do R&D. He said this, if you want to be industry leaders and if you want to survive and thrive, you must invest in R&D. I hope there are more and more entrepreneurs like Tan Sri Lim that know this, that R&D is not because that government forced you to do R&D. It's not because, of course, we'll give you a lot of incentives later on. We'll try to give more incentives and try to facilitate more investment. It's not only because that there is certain ruling that you invest in R&D. If you are industry players here, CEOs here, directors here, know this. If you want to survive in your industry, you must be at the front of innovation. That doesn't mean that you create a new technology. Looking at iPhone, when Steve Jobs first have this product of iPhone, a lot of people think every fundamental science or every science and technology that iPhone is using are actually from iPhone, from Apple. It is not. It is a combination of the current available technologies into an innovative product that can actually have a market demand for it. So I really want to encourage our industry to really think of how much of a profit will you be willing to invest into R&D so that you become more competitive. So you differentiate yourself from product quality and service quality. So you differentiate yourself not only because that from capital and labor. A lot of Malaysian companies wants to differentiate themselves from just having a more capital, lower loan, lower financing costs, and or lower salaries to the people. Compete in technology and innovation. Compete with the better products. Compete with products that can sell not only in 30 million population in Malaysia, but a greater market. I think that will ensure your success and your future survival. Let's think about Kodak. Think about Nokia. They were once such a rich and well-respected companies. But because there is a lack of drive for something that is new, that is innovative, eventually is overtaken by Apple, Microsoft, Google. And today, we see that innovation is also pushing up another company, Huawei, on 5G technology. Some of you have a Huawei phones. So you see how technology can propel companies to grow to a bigger, their revenue, some of their revenue stream is bigger than Malaysian government. So this is the value of technology, and I really hope that our industry here will be able to capture that. And as a government, we want to have more policies to help you. We want to cut bureaucracy so that we'll help you to ease your business. We want to be able to say that if you are a Malaysian company, if you are innovative, you want into R&D, the government will help you not only in the financial part, but really on building up an ecosystem that will help you to thrive in Malaysian market and hopefully in ASEAN and regional market. I have talked a lot already, so I will have to end quite soon. Let's just now, Prof. Wahid has talked about IR 4.0. Do you know that Malaysia is actually only today that from this that I realized that Malaysia is actually identified one of the top 25 global leading economies that has the potential to reap the benefits of IR 4.0. We are identified as one of the 25 top global leading economies to reap the potential benefits from IR 4.0, according to World Economic Forum. That means you have the potential. It doesn't mean it is yours. So my challenge to UTM and to our academics here is this: help the industry to leverage on IR 4.0 so that we can really reap the benefits of IR 4.0. There are a lot of things that we can do better, smart manufacturing, and that I'm going to announce a reform plan on electricity supply industry that will, if you use IR 4.0, that will help you to cut costs in terms of electricity. So there are a lot of things that we can work on, and I really hope that Malaysia will be able to stand and to reap this potential of IR 4.0. Not only in what we talk, we can talk a lot. It can be a lot of speeches, we can do a lot of things. But what is most important is our actions on the ground. We can say very important to have technology, very important to have collaboration. We can say many, many words, but what is most important for me is putting words into action. Lastly, I just want to say this, that for the academicians, for the industry players, There is this favorite quote that I always want to quote to everyone. It's by Klaus Schwab, director of World Economic Forum. He said this. He said, in this new world, it is not the big fish which eats the small fish. It is the fast fish which eats the slow fish. May we take our words, dreams into action, and not only action, but quick and prompt action so that we can reap the potential of IR 4.0. With that, I'd like to thank you and I wish you a very good day.